Hello guys and welcome to Broadforks FB channel. This vlog is going to present you an unexpected visit to Craiova, Romania due to a weird situation involving denied boarding passes. We will also show you how Craiova looks like and what needs to be visited.
So when you get to the airport and they tell you, oh right, get a paper boarding pass, then you go there and they'll say, okay, you're a reserve passenger, you're a standby passenger, which means if the aircraft is full, you ain't getting on that plane.
We supposed to land at Cluj-Napoca city from Transylvania to film there, but the plan changed when the airline company told us there's no more seats left for the flight.
From the beginning, I'm going to tell you guys that I'm struggling with a cold, so you may hear me a little bit different, but no flu or cold is going to stop me traveling. Our ship just landed to Craiova, a city from the south of Romania. We arrived here due to a strange situation that can be easily explained by Callum. So how we arrived to Craiova?
From Luton Airport, 1 day late, well, a few hours late, 10 hours late. Flight got cancelled. Not cancelled, we was not allowed on the flight. There was no room on the flight for us, the first one. So we stayed at the Hilton in Luton. That was nice, for free.
This is the room from the hotel I'm staying in. I'm actually staying in a Hilton hotel. Have a look at this room. We have a desk here, a nice mirror, a TV, coffee and tea, a nice canvas, and this is how the other side of the room looks like.
So we went to Craiova, which is closer to where we're intending to go anyway, so that suited us. Small airport, Craiova, very small airport.
So we are now in front of the city's university, and what we have on the left side, that building from there, is the theater. So let's carry on walking to see how's their city center. So we are now on Dreptății Street, where we can see this huge graffiti. Whoa! From this angle we can see better how massive it is.
A standby passenger on an airplane.
What will follow is going to explain you what's a standby passenger scheme, what you get in exchange, and how to avoid it, of course, if needed.
Airplane will sell you 160 tickets. They only got 150 seats. So when you get to the airport and they tell you, oh right, get a paper boarding pass, then you go there and they'll say, okay, you're a reserve passenger, you're a standby passenger, which means if the aircraft is full, you ain't getting on that plane. Then you have to go for sequence numbers, which is not right. I don't know how to do that. That's why we ended up going to another place, and it was the wrong place. We didn't buy the ticket there, but it was okay because we got a refund, compensation, and free hotel, free food, free dinner, free breakfast. Worked out well. But just always bear in mind, read the terms and conditions, because if you get put there as a standby passenger, you'll miss that flight. You'll not get on it, and they don't have to put you on that flight.
Right, it's around 1 p.m. and as can be seen, there's no people in the city center, so we don't know exactly what's happening. So practically we haven't planned at all to visit this city center. We are now on România Muncitoare Street, where we can see a lot of varieties of shops. So we are now in a place called Frații Buzești Square. As can be seen, we have a pretty nice place here that has interesting statues, which is, I would say, pretty nice artworks. So let's have a closer look. I mean, have a look at this one, how meticulously was made. Also, this lady is sitting on this small bench. And also have a look at this gentleman, probably watching How's the Square vibe. Let's carry on walking to see if it's other interesting things to see in this city center. By the way, again, we don't see a lot of people here. I don't know exactly what's happening. Here we have another massive graffiti showing these two ladies. Another nice one. So the area we are now is called Lipscani Street. What a nice roof we have here. It's driving us through this passage. Well, the things are getting more and more interesting in this city.
Gang, I've got ya. You can't understand Brummie and I can't understand Romania.
On the same street we have the Saint Elia Church, another building with an interesting architecture, as can be seen. This is an an Orthodox church. And look what a nice arcade it's having at the entrance. And we have another massive graffiti right next to it. So in this area we can clearly see how the classic and modern elements are combined. Now let's carry on walking to the English Park. Believe it or not, they have an English Park here, so let's see what's all about. They do have a lot of benches here, and what we have in front is a nice, or another nice, piece of art.
And finally, I think the last artistic element of this park is the statue of Alexandru Ioan Cuza. Alexandru Ioan Cuza was Romania's unifier. He became ruler of both Moldavia and Wallachia in 1859, laying the groundwork for united Romania. He's also remembered for his reforms, especially for land redistribution to peasants.
How was Michi?
Oh, now we're talking. That was nice. That was a last minute thing as well. We thought we weren't going to get it. I mean, we ended up getting it. Hold tight, that bloke. Don't know his name. That was nice though. Yeah, he was the boss of the market.
It was
we got to the market late because we was busy yesterday. We was busy there. Crowther was very busy, a lot to see. But we did get some meat and it was nice. Sausage, crispy on the outside, lovely and warm inside. Bit of bread. French mustard, Romanian mustard.
Romanian one.
Romanian mustard.
As a comparison with UK food, it's better or not?
Don't do that, you know what you're doing there.
It's better or not?
It's better than, yeah, of course it is. Of course it's better than a halal sausage.
Right guys, right next to the park we've previously seen, we have this huge administrative palace of Craiova. That's the building's name. It is another massive building, as can be seen. So right in front of the palace we have this huge shopping center and this nice square. This place is called the Prefecture Square, and look what we have here. I think this is a kind of water fountain. It's not obviously it's not running now, but look at all this pumping mechanism, how complicated it is. I would say that this is a nice engineering piece of art. And in front we have another important statue. This is representing another important personality of Romania called Mihai Viteazul, or Michael the Brave. I mean guys, look what a nice view we have over this square. And from here we have a closer view of this huge shopping center. From outside it is looking nice. Meanwhile we can see some local houses, architectures, like the building in front. It looks like this hasn't been refurbished yet. From here we can actually see that the old houses have been demolished, which is a good idea because they do present a risk of falling down. So we are now on Horezului Street, from where we can see the cathedral. So let's have a closer look. Right, this is getting confusing. I think this is actually a simple church, and on that direction is the actual cathedral. But let's see both. This is another massive building, and realistically, should it supposed to be a church? I mean, the size of it's supposed to be a cathedral. So this is another Orthodox church, and right in front of it we have the county's museum. I like they have the names also in English here. This is actually really helpful for an easier guidance. This is the entrance of this church that actually is looking as a cathedral, and it's made by wooden in a Romanian traditional way. Now let's head to the actual cathedral. Whoa, have a look at this house. I bet this is looking way better in the summertime. It is covered by plants, as can be seen. Just forgot to mention guys, Craiova is the 5th biggest city in Romania. So we are closer and closer to the cathedral now. Can be seen, this is having a unique architecture. I believe this cathedral is actually smaller than the church we've previously seen, which makes the things a little bit weird. And from here we can have a better view on the cathedral garden. As can be seen, it's placed on top of a hill. So the name of this cathedral is Saint Dumitru, and right next to it I believe there's a house for the cathedral stuff. I really like these columns from the entrance, and this fake arcade and its door. I mean, look how meticulously this door was made. at the entrance of the Cathedral Park, we have this monument. This is representing Buzești brothers.
The Buzești brothers were a trio of noble siblings from Wallachia, modern-day Romania, during the late 16th and early 17th centuries. They played significant roles in the political and military affairs of the time, supporting the unification of the three historical Romanian principalities, Wallachia, Moldavia, and Transylvania.
We are now on a street called Calea Unirii. As can be seen, it looks to be a small marketplace. Let's have a look. So many pigeons we have here. I believe these are stalls selling trinkets like these ones. These are made of gold. As can be seen, they do look really good. I believe they are also handmade. Now, the reason we are seeing these trinket stalls here is because the Romanians are celebrating it on the 1st and 8th of March. On the 1st of March, they are celebrating the beginning of the spring, and on 8th, the Mother's Day.
Road Forks Offbeat. Stay tuned for all the vlogs, and there might be a podcast at the end of the year. Depending if we do 2 more trips, there's going to be a recap of all the travelling we do.